Hello, hello. I hope everybody's having a good day. Okay, before I get started on anything today, I have to do I have to prep some stuff for my students really fast. Real quickaroni. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Nice try. This. Hi, Fishy. How are you today? You're a teacher now. Yeah, James, I've actually been a teacher for a year. Yeah, almost. I mean, technically I've worked for the school for 2 years, but they didn't give me a classes the first year because there was like a clerical error. I don't know what the hell happened. Actually, yes, I do. I've been doing all sorts of stuff. I mean, this was for my college project. I've got 4 degrees, so I'm kind of like what I would call a perpetual college kid. Mostly to pay student loans, so that was fun. But I also do many different types of jobs, and teaching happens to be one of them. I teach college students at an art school. But I was a graduate student until literally last May. And I'm doing good, Fishy. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm alive. I exist. The horrors persist, and so do I. I didn't sleep for shit last night. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you. Also, hi, Cal. Yeah, so this was for my graduate portfolio for my master's for my visual development master's, which is effectively a degree in concept art. That's what visual development is in the industry. A lot of people call it concept art, but it kind of covers a lot more stuff than just concept art, if that makes sense. But yeah, for real, it does feel like I'm running out of side quests. That is not even a joke. Why? Hello? I'm gonna have it like this. Sure. I have to clean this up for these students because I need to show them what this looks like with like flat straight, let's see, lines here, but we'll see. Let me fix this. Yeah, definitely the goal was to dodge my student loans as much as possible, and you can kind of do that by just perpetually going back to college forever. They can't really stop you until the federal government decides to stop giving you student loans effectively. So that's a thing. Where is this box at? Oh, it's just this is ugly. That's what's happening. Hi, Riddle. How you doing today? Yeah, right now, like, technically I'm working 3 jobs, you know, so that's kind of the main issue with being a teacher is that you don't really get to, like, take breaks or, like, have time off because you just kind of suffer. Let me clean this up. so that way these guys can understand what this looks like. I don't like that. There we go, better. Oh, mood. That's why I didn't go to school for animation. Because fuck that, actually. I respect it, but ain't for me. Yeah, there we go. Sure. I'm just gonna do 2 of these so that way they can see what is happening here. Yeah, unfortunately this assignment is confusing as hell, so I have to like go through and very carefully like just kind of pop this right in here so that way they know what's going on. Tweening is bearable, but frame by frame looks cooler. Yeah, true. I'm just so lazy. Like, that's my problem, is like, when I make art, I want something to be done in 3 hours, and animation is not that. I'm like, this was clearly not built for me. Clearly. Defo not for me. Okay, let's see how I go about doing this. Yeah, this legit, I think, right now, this period is the first time I've not been in school in over a decade. Not been in college in over a decade. Yeah, you're like, I'm doing tweening. It's been decided. It's been decided. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me crop this so that way I can show them what I mean. Okay, and then save this out. I'm going to save this as an example. JPEG. D. Or let's see. Business. Okay, there we go. Get out of here! Yeah, legit, I'm just, like, waiting on my portfolio. Or not my portfolio, my, lovely, diploma from this school now. Okay, let me make this announcement, because there is no way in hell I'm doing this office hours today. Okay, we already listened to this. I'm trying to catch up on Tears and Gears stuff before I go to the Tears and Gears concert tonight. And honestly, I haven't really missed out on much, is what I'm learning. Let me see. Okay, let me type this for these kids really fast. It's all those pieces sleeping out. I really want to be excited for this concert, but I'm literally so tired. I didn't sleep at all last night. You reading any books recently? I currently am in the middle of a lesbian retelling of the Helen of Troy myth called We Are the Match by Mary E. Roach. It came out on the 29th of July. And so far, it's fantastic. It's kind of a shorter read. It's not like a ultra long book, and it's exceptional. It's a masterclass example of character voice, and it's just generally overall very, very good. Yeah, that's what I'm reading. I just posted a review on my YouTube, actually, for another book that I finished called The Hermaphrodite, and it was a Victorian Gothic novel that was published in the 1880s, I believe. Maybe earlier. Could have been 1860s, actually. Written by a female author talking about an intersex main character, and it was very, very, very rare for books to be written about LGBTQ people back then in a way that didn't vilify them and make them disgusting. And it was a really interesting read. The manuscript is incomplete because she never published it, and so it was really unfortunate getting to the end of the book and it just ends. There is no ending. So I had to kind of come up with my own ending in my mind, but the book was really interesting to be able to see what people thought about LGBT people back then. And she was very kind when talking about the subject matter, so that was a really good think piece if you're down for something from that period, because Sherlock Holmes was written around that time. She herself was not LGBT, but I think she handled the subject matter really, really well. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm taking so much time typing this out. I have to type out this whole announcement. Okay, there we go. Oh god, the longest message of all time. Okay. Okay, this is fine. Okay. There we go. Alright, done with school shit. All done. Until later, anyways. So now I'm gonna open up the stuff that I actually want to work on. Where's Brady's little body? Somebody to say is private. I hope that they play the song tonight. And one of the scripts. Wait, what's up? What's happening in the script? I might have missed a message. What's going on? What's happening? I lost. This is not the PSD. Look at me, it's just like you do. Sorry for everyone over on YouTube. Then you can't hear music. I'm listening to Tears and Gears. They're a little indie gay band and they rock. I love them so much. Never been too good at making friends. To me, I'll get distracted. I feel the blood rushing miles from my head. The way I'm acting. This might be crazy, but I think it's true. I shouldn't want this, but I kinda do. It's trouble, so I'm asking you. I feel like we've already done one that's like really similar to 12. I'm not going to do that. 47. Not appropriate for this content. That's not a very unique expression. 22 we actually already did. I know that you're not the guy. 40's covered in blood. Is one appropriate? I already have one of his eyes closed. I really should avoid that. Help! Help! I know! I'm sorry! I thought this was Z Machine. Nope, this is Tears and Gears. This is technically it's Z Machine and his friend Bentley, and together they form a single band called Tears and Gears. And so that's technically who's playing tonight, but honestly, it's like they don't have enough EPs or albums out to really do an entire show by themselves. So, like, as like an individual band. So I guarantee they're going to just be sharing the set tonight. Bentley will probably play In the Name of Love again, because it's a banger. Sweet baby lord. I need a better expression. I'm so tired, guys. I'm about to have to go and get a energy drink. That's kind of where I'm at. Alright, well, that was all the Z Machine that we have. Look at that. That was it. What a time to be alive. Yeah, I like Z's music more than I like Bentley's, but that doesn't mean Bentley is bad, I think, in my personal opinion. I think Bentley is better with Z, but he does have some really, really good standalones. You recalling my beloved, my fashionable names. 45. But yeah, point being, I'm gonna go see him tonight, so that'll be fun. We're going with Jace's coworker and his partner, and then we're going... what we tried to get Jace's brother to go, because he went with us last time, but now he works, like, super, super, super early in the morning. And unfortunately can't go to, like, Uber late concerts on weekdays anymore. And they're playing on a Thursday, which is kind of weird. think I've ever listened to Dutch Melrose. If you have a song that you like, please recommend it, and I can throw it into the queue. Unfortunately, you won't be able to hear it over on YouTube because YouTube's copyright is insane. Oh, my brain is soup. Sorry, I'm like, if my energy is like weird today. I literally couldn't go to sleep until 4 in the morning. And I don't know. The overall vibe of like the last several days has been not great. But my legs are broken. Okay, I will play it because I have the power to do it. Cool. It's going into the queue. It's in there now. There it goes. I made it. I need to really make sure that I don't make Brady's face too round, because for whatever reason in my mind, I'm like, this child is the roundest child, but he's not really. He's got some round features, but it's not like... crazy. Hello. Oh my good mercy. Oh! If I could pay real money to not have to be super tired, that would be amazing. There has to be a better way. There has to be a better way. That's all I gotta say. Where's a ShamWow for my life? That's just all I have to say. Oh, this song actually fits the genre of music that we're listening to over here on Twitch. I was playing the Blockhead Tunes playlist, and he listens to a lot of like dark indie and alt rock. Blockhead's very... he's not super moody. I don't want to say B is moody, but... He definitely likes quiet, ambient music. Very emotional music. I'm just gonna put him in a t-shirt. I'm so lazy. Sorry, Brady. Sorry, Buckaroo. Oh, yeah, because that's the one we're listening to. Yeah, that's the one we're listening to right now. It's good, though. Okay, nice. Actually, for not being warmed up at all, pretty good. Yeah, he's got a very pretty voice. I like the softness of it. It sounds like something that you'd listen to if you were by a lake. On like a really cloudy day. I have successfully drawn exactly the look of childlike wonder. That's what's on Brady's face right now. You flip this and make sure he looks okay. Oh yeah, he looks fine. He's fine. God, normally this angle really screws me. I got lucky today. That was lucky. Yeah, really lucky. Yeah, if you want to listen to similar music that is the playlist that inspired my book, you can head to my website, or like I should say playlist inspired by my book, but you can head to my website and go to the Brady Von Altus page, and then the Blockhead Tunes playlist is there. Has a lot of similar vibes. Actually, this song just showed up in Spotify recommend. This is beautiful. Orchestral trap is what this guy makes. I don't normally like trap, but sometimes... Brady's like, wow! I can see the whole solar system from here. Crazy. I don't know what he's looking at with childlike wonder, but it's probably something pretty dope. Are you okay? I'm so sorry. It's a mood. Sometimes my brain just doesn't, you know? Flying fit. What is happening over there? I don't even. Like I got nothing. I don't even. All I know is that my cat is asleep on my pillow and getting all of his little cat hairs all over my pillow. So that way it gives me itchy eyes when I wake up, because I'm poking myself with about 40,000 hairs in the middle of the night. That's all I know. He's in there snoring. I don't know much. I know that thankfully next month rent is going to be significantly less expensive than this month, which is great. We're trying to get out so bad. Cal, we're trying to go to Canada. We have to wait until October because Jace can't apply for the school until October. I don't want to be on this ride anymore. No one else to share no blouse. It's too cold for you here now. All right. Now, thankfully, what this means, in a miracle, that means we are done with Brady's sheet. Amazing! Amazing. Alright, let me save these things out, these bad boys. Oh wait, I don't want to save it as this, as that name. What am I doing? Okay, so I guess, actually, I really should go and... Well, I guess I don't need to save them for, like, in high resolution, because I'm not turning them in anywhere. So I can just save them for web, and that's all that I need to do. What? But what I do need to do is I need to put these on my website. We're also going to do this. So what are you guys doing for the weekend? Anything fun? That's how you know I'm dying. Okay, to be honest, setting up my PC... Oh yeah, nice, nice. That'll be great, though. That is kind of an endeavor, you know? Bless Glaze is having a time. I'm gonna be a good one and drink some milk. I have a new follower on Wattpad, but I really doubt that they're a real person. The amount of bots on Wattpad are insane. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna be writing to... oh yeah, no, that's definitely a bot. Or a teen pretending to be an adult. Oh no, this is a porn bot. Yeah, straight up. This is super sus. Hold on, I'm gonna actually... let me see. Gotta love it when you have a porn bot. Yeah, see, I knew it. I was like, guaranteed this ain't gonna be real. It was not. I gotta write a couple short stories for a Wattpad contest. I have 2. We voted for Summoning Demon Boyfriend last time, and I'm going to write 2 short stories. The first is one that I think Wattpad will prefer because of the nature of the romance, the spice level. But the other one is the one that I want to write. So I'm just going to do both. She's a good God I need. Sorry, we have to wait for this thing to just, like, go, because otherwise it's going to be a problem. Okay, while this is going, let me look at my other references here. Okay, there goes Glaze. Alright, well, let me... So while I'm processing my brain... Whoops. Why? Let me, update my website, actually, to have this on there. Y'all want to see the backside of my website? Whoa! Secrets! You know, I probably should actually just... Where are my pages? There it is. Or is it under menu? Where do I... Menus. I figured it out. That's fine. Okay, so then that means if I go back over here and I refresh, now my visual development portfolio is over here. This jumps down here. I'm gonna have to funk around with these a little bit. Oh my god. Please just load. She's freaking out. Okay, let's see. No, that font is fine. And then let's center that. And then I'm going to have to deal with this. I don't like how crazy this is. But because of the way that this looks, well, it's let's see. This is fine. Interesting that it's having issues. Let me save it and refresh it and see what it does. Okay, so it's gonna do this. That's fine. People have to scroll, they have to scroll. Okay, so really, I need to create a title page like this.
Oh, thanks, I will. Hopefully enjoy my concert tonight.
It hopefully will be really, really mellow. See you later. It was great seeing you. I think LinkedIn just lied to me. Okay, that's fine. All right, so now I'm not going to worry about this piece yet. I will get there. I wish that I had more control. I recognize that this type of gallery looks better if you have multiple sized images, but I don't. I don't know if I want to paginate this. Let's see. I just don't want to have people scrolling forever. Oh yeah, that's a mood. I just did backup last night of a lot of my stuff, and no joke, it was a lot. Okay, this is fine. Okay, so then now I'm going to duplicate this. Drag this bad boy down here like this. Hello? Okay, and then I'm going to duplicate these. No. Duplicate. And then I'm going to grab it and we are going to put it over here. And I'm going to go into here. And I'm going to delete everything out of here. Goodbye. Wow. And then upload files, select files. We're gonna go art, pretty, portfolio. Setting up a portfolio is fun. I don't know. I'm gonna start with thumbnails, I think. I don't know. We'll figure out the order for these.
Dulce tu has teletake. Oh, I'm so sleepy peepee. Why? Dulce tu has teletake.
It's thinking about it. I'm so tired. And I was like lying in bed last night and I was like, I wish things weren't so bad so I could just sleep. You know? I was like talking to Jace about it the other day and I was like, remember when you were a kid and like things were fine and you could just like go to sleep Like, you just lay down and you just go to sleep. And I recognize that that's not, like, a universal experience, and not everybody, like, had that as a kid. Like, Jace didn't have that as a kid. But he understood the sentiment, and it was like, yeah, you know, I remember. And it's like, it's so frustrating that it's like, everything's just so on fire that I can't even, like, lay down and sleep. And, like, when that happens to me, I just get angry. I'm, like, laying in bed, and I'm like, what the fuck? Sorry, this thing is like, taking forever to load. It's going, but sweet baby God. Note. Oh, my body. I'm gonna... Why? Alright, okay. Woo, we did it. Get in there. Okay, so now... I recognize I put the thumbnails at the end. But I think that this is gonna look like this. And actually, you know what? I might do that here too. I'm gonna move this like this. And then I need Yura's thumbnails. Oh. And then I'm gonna do micro sheets, I think, for Brady for everybody. So I'm just gonna do like 5 thumbnails for Kara, 5 thumbnails for Rolo, 5 thumbnails for Dimitri. I don't need to worry about Brady so bad, or like I don't need to worry about them so bad. Okay, so then that'll go like this. This looks like that. Okay, cool. So now I have more VizDev stuff on my website. Wow, amazing. It's crazy how much stuff you can put on your website, and then all of a sudden maybe people will hire you. I don't know. I don't know why I became comfortable, Doug. I'm so sorry. I wish I was comfortable, Doug. That man seems like he lives a good life. Okay, so now... I'm going to actually make this into separate files here because I have a feeling that I'm not going to like this. For centuries. Yeah, this one... Oh my god, Fallout Boy. Get out of here. Get out of here, Fallout Boy. This song is funny to me. This is Polarized by 21 Pilots. But this song makes me laugh because I can't unhear Help Me Bowl of Rice. That was... Okay, so what I am going to do, though, is let me go and get into Daz. I have a Kara model. Help me bowl of rice, help me bowl of rice. I'm fine. You can't tell me that you don't hear it. Help me bowl of rice, help me bowl of rice. It's fine. Okay. Give me just a second, I'm sorry. Okay, let me look at Brady here really quick. I still don't know what they mean by Domingo en Fuego. I'm like, what do you mean? Okay. I need to have like a really neutral standing pose here. This is good. Okay, give me a second, because now I gotta go like this, and I gotta censor this thing, because otherwise Twitch will lose its mind. And then we're not even really going to be using this model anyway, because this thing is going to be a base for thumbnails, which is effectively a glorified doll cutout. So now we're going to take this thing. I'm going to go ahead and, oh god, I'm going to make it just a touch bigger. And then I'm going to use my sketch brush. And I'm going to just whip up some basic... I just need these shapes to be relatively the same size here. And that's all that I need. So that way I can have accurate body type for her thumbnails. And that way I'm not making it all over all the time. Because that would be lame. And it would take too long. Kara's got them long legs. She is built more like an actual proportionate child versus Brady, who is literally all legs, but no torso. Alright. So, now we have our little gal, and there's only going to be 5 of them, so... or maybe... I don't know, let me see. I might do 7. I don't know why 7 seems to be like the good number, but I think that it's the number. My nose is all drippy from the forest fires. So many forest fires! My eyes itch! Alright, let's see what we got. I think I'm gonna go with like a little beanie, maybe. I don't know. But maybe no ears. Maybe she's got... Oof. That's some rough silhouette on that hair. That's okay. I'm just gonna kind of... So we lose her head a little bit in this. I don't know, we'll see. I'm just gonna do as many of these that fit naturally on the page. Hey, you, how's it going? How you doing? I can't take this song seriously because he's just saying, "I'm sorry, Mr. Man," and then I'm like, where's Tatsu at? I gotta go. Oh, actually, wait. I have to think about this. This is not how this works. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm looking up a very intense question here. Glad you're doing good. Okay, sorry, I'm looking up the best way to deal with what to do with a sleeve as somebody who... Oh, there we go. This girl's exactly what I needed. Oh my god, thanks, girl. Oh, thanks, random girl on the internet. Oh my god, she just saved a life. Okay. Because my girl, Kara, only has one arm because she was born like that. And now I have to figure out what to do with the arm. Because this girl actually on TikTok has, no joke, the exact disability for this character. Perfect. Okay, great. Wonderful. That answered my question. Thanks, Internet. Wow. Hi, Gamby. How's it going? Okay, so I'm just gonna put her... I think I'm gonna put her in shorts and sneakers is how this is gonna go. Nothing super crazy. I don't know why you'd be wearing a long sleeve jumper with shorts, but don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to. Okay. We're working on Kara's thumbnails today. Not saying that they're going to be good because I slept like way less than I should have. Like way less. How did we get here? I'm gonna give her some chunky sneakers because those are cool. Oh my god. How is this possible that this looks fucked up? I don't know. Oh, she's fine. There we go. Much better. Okay, let me... To show off your calves, so some sweet calf action. I'm gonna go ahead and give her this. And maybe some hair like this. Trying to figure out how much detail I want here. I don't need a lot of work here though. I am going to include the socks though, because that's important. And then likely she'll just have like a little... I want like a really chunky sneaker on that. Okay. Yeah, they're like Kingdom Hearts sneakers. They're like Kyrie sneakers. Hydrate. I have milk. Hi, Jays. I'm glad you're hanging out. Good to see you. Okay, time to feed this damn Snorlax. I'm taking a break. This is a good question. Alright. Oh, God. If I was asked to drive a car today, I probably could not. I don't know how I'm gonna make it through this concert tonight, to be honest. Of all of the fucking days for me to, like, literally not sleep, this was probably the worst day that could have happened. This is what I'm gonna do for this, actually. Nah, actually, never mind. I'm full of lies. I'll work on this like this, and then her arm is gonna go like this. Alright. Come here, Snorlax. I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna feed you so much shit. Okay, so far I really like this one, but we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna do some kind of fun, like, cargo sweats or something. This girl likes comfort. I wish that we were this fashionable when we were kids. I feel like the kids today have, like, such good options, and I was stuck in fucking Gap t-shirts. Okay. Yeah, I really like these chunky shoes. I'm gonna keep her in chunky shoes. Back in my day, it was lame to like things. Yeah, it's like fucking JCPenney garbage department store box clothes. Like, holy shit. I'm like, unique clothes? Who wears those? Soft potato chowder. I made him some chowdy. Enjoy your little soft potato chowdy, Mr. Snorlax. What an icon. God, I would literally pay so much money to have somebody just feed me potato chowder right now. My option is going to be probably pizza? Question mark? Okay. Is that it? Is this all that I'm doing with this outfit? It's simple, but it's good. Let me get some pockets on here. Okay, whatever this drum line in here. Okay, Imagine Dragons, get the fuck out of here. Your weird kick line was freaking me out. Okay. Definitely this is more interesting than the other one. The first one was kind of ass. And even though the outfit here is simpler, it's still better in terms of shape. It's okay. I'm gonna have to look at these. Thankfully, I don't have to do as much work. I'm gonna instead, for Kara, Rolo, and Blockhead, I think I'm going to do, instead of 5 poses, I'm going to do 3. So that way I can fit their expressions and their poses onto the one page. Oh yeah, this is a much better silhouette for her. I like this more. I don't even really need to do a lot of effort, like a lot of work there. Okay, now I'm gonna do something totally different. Hello? Holy shit, Photoshop. Alright. Actually... I really need to make sure that I can have some kind of fun shape here. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm thinking a big jacket with like a t-shirt. And on one sleeve, she's got it rolled up to like here. And on her other sleeve, she's got it rolled up to here. 'Cause asymmetry. And also, there's literally no point in her having it go all the way down. 'Cause otherwise, her arm's gonna get cold. That would be very sad. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Am I dying? This reminds me of the time that I was like hallucinating so bad that I like, because of sleep deprivation, for clarification, I effectively could only hear the tonal pitch of Alvin and the Chipmunks in any music that I listened to, because my brain was having a heart attack. And then I went to sleep, and then it was all better. It was one of those times. Today is one of those days where I feel like I could potentially fall out of a chair if I'm not careful. Because I'm so tired. Which is wild, because I still slept like 6 hours, I think, but I don't know how restful it was. I think the answer is not very much. Lord. You tilting on the chair? Yeah, I definitely felt like the whole chair was gonna come out from underneath me just then, and I'm like sitting completely still. It's great. Yeah, I'm super fucking tired. Ugh. Okay, this is definitely, like, nice, but it almost looks too preppy. Does that make sense? I just don't... This feels like... No, this feels wrong. I didn't realize that this music video for this song had a fucking Muppet in it. I don't even know. I don't know what these guys think. I don't know what they do with their lives. Makes it less preppy if the outer shirt was like plaid or something. Yeah, totally. Oh. You know who drew directly on top of the fucking sketch layer? Because of course I did. Me. Because of course I did. Yay! Why? It's because my brain is not... It's not working. I'm not thinking. I'm gonna have this be sandals on this one. So now I have to do this like this, where I have to, unfortunately, just kind of erase away shit until it goes where I need it to go. So, hooray. Yeah, normally I'm fine. Today is not that day. Okay, so now she has no butt. Gonna get her into some very fashionable, teen appropriate or elementary school kid appropriate capris. The ending at the beginning. Don't breathe heavy. Stretch. Everybody stretch. I was shrimping real bad. Me in elementary school when I should have just gotten new pants because I'd outgrown them. These are capris. Yeah, they're fine. No one will know. They're totally fine, totally normal. 100% absolutely normal pants length. Well, and it doesn't help too when you're like you keep control T'ing upward, but then you don't control T outward. So you just end up in a weird place. Okay, hold on. I need to fix this hair. I'm only 5'5" over here. Yeah, I'm 5'4". I feel you. Well, this is kind of a fun design for it being like really I don't know. It's not at all like the other designs. I don't know. I like the hair. It's kind of square. Her design becomes more square, and I don't know if I want to do that because Brady's a square. But Kara also is kind of a square, too. And Brady actually has a little bit... He's a square body, but circle head. But this actually is more triangle-shaped. Do I actually like this one the most now? Because we got... That's a square. These are squares. But then we got that. Triangle, square. Interesting. That was an accident, but I'll take it. I was mad at schools for... Oh, yeah, for sexualizing how long skirts or shorts could be while they let these dude wear... Yeah, tight-ass track shorts. Yeah, it's like, bro, please. Okay, I'm going completely rogue with this one. I'm just going to minimize this and then utilize this as... I'm giving her a bucket hat. And then I'm going to do kind of like little pigtails. So this might create some interesting weird shapes. But I don't know, we'll see. And then a really simple outfit. Okay, sorry, I am like heckin' quiet. My brain effectively only has so much processing power left. And here we are. Something like your skin. Give me something like your eyesight. Something you want, Mr. Lee. To carve me a life. Give me something like your skin. Give me something like your eyesight. Really good to hear me. Rock, marble, and ice. Okay, so we got a circle design, a couple of circle squares. Oh god, Taco Bell sounds so good. I know we need to make the meatballs. I wish I could take naps. I'm like, how bad would I fuck myself if I took a melatonin in the middle of the day? Give me something like your eyesight. Alright, y'all, it's time. Okay. So, over here in Twitch Town, hold on, what am I doing? I got distracted by this DJ on the front page of Twitch. Everything is fine. Okay, stream manager, poll, new poll. Okay, I'm asking this in the stream chat. Which Kara? Which do you guys like the most? This one is only going for 2 minutes, so answer now or forever hold your peace. While this poll is going, I'm gonna go and get an energy drink. It's happening. This is fine. Make sure you vote in the Twitch poll. That is going up. You should have the ability to vote there. Okay, Alani. You have one job. Your job is to revitalize me. Your job is to somehow bring me back from the brink of whatever this is. I feel like that old man from Tomb Raider 2. And not in a fun way, like a really bad way. Because I'm sure on some days he's just living his best life. Not me, though. I'm the version of him that gets locked in the meat locker. Because that's what we do to him. Okay, so y'all, why did you do this? Now 1 and 2 have equal votes. Why did you do this to me? Why? Okay, well, I think for me personally, I like 2 the most between those two, so that's what I'm gonna go with. Either way, I'm gonna shrink this bad boy down. I'm gonna call this Kara. Oh, Kara thumbnails for web. Wow, look at that. Look at this stuff that's happening here. Jace, earlier you missed me becoming comfortable, Doug. That happened to me earlier. Okay, now I'm gonna do this, and we're gonna glaze this really fast. While this is glazing, I'm going to grab all of the other thumbnail stuff, or not thumbnail stuff, but let's see. Okay, let me get rid of Brady. Bye, buddy. So I'm going to do turnaround stuff real fast and get her settled here. I'm grabbing my model. Oh my god, I feel like my eyes are gonna like fall out of my brain. Why? Just like why? Oh, I don't know why I did this to myself. I am a fool. I forgot to paste my image into Photoshop. I was just so excited to copy and turn. Didn't even think about it. Okay, so I'm gonna not show this at all. I keep telling myself that I'm not gonna need to save this model. But file, save as, support asset, figure prop. Oh, wait. I'm just going to replace the Kara file that I have. I don't know what it was. Bye, Jace. I love you. See you later. Okay. So now... Okay, let me drag this back over here because we gotta do a bunch of censoring because otherwise Jeff Bezos is gonna flip out. He's gonna lose his mind. He's gonna become more of a goblin than he already is over a booty crack. Because apparently that's what Twitch is concerned about. Not actual porn bots or anything. Or like bot raids, but, you know. Not the exploitation of Amazon workers. Or LGBTQ plus creators getting hate rated. No. Jeffrey is worried about a booty crack. On a 3D model. You know. The usual. Alright, so fun story about how Kara is taller than Brady. Oh, wait, before I do this, I'm a fool. I need to move all of these. No, Jeff Bezos is Amazon. Yeah, Jeff Bezos is Amazon. And yes, he does own Twitch. Definitely. It is for sure the reason that this place is high-key problematic. Okay. Look at that. Who am I to blame? Okay. Yep, he owns everything. Hello. Kara. Okay, I don't really need, yeah. I don't really need this. Why does Photoshop, it's just not functioning. I love it when I'm trying, fuck me. Please go into the right folder. All I need is for my brain to work for just a little bit longer. I just don't even know how I'm supposed to do my work. Like, I'm like, how do I force my body to take a nap? You know, I'm like, what do I do? This is like one of the ADHD curses where it's like, I couldn't take a nap even if I wanted to. How? Okay, so let me figure out. I'm gonna use this. And then this is where this task unfortunately gets like hella brain powery. And I might not be able to do this on stream. Doing thumbnails is one thing. But with this little amount of sleep, I don't know if I'll be able to do a turnaround. This is like the math equivalent of concept art. It requires a lot of precision and ratios. Oh my lord, please. But thankfully I have this beautiful thing and it's called the symmetry tool. So at least that won't be the worst. Could be worse. Reach for the summit. I always forget that this particular model has a belly button and I'm like, oh, what the fuck is that? It's just a belly button. I'm used to all of the other models not having that. Jump scared by a fucking belly button. Alright. So now, we decided on number 2. Ideally, I would like to have some really, like, fun and geometric hair. Because I'm almost wondering, because I have my style, but I'm almost wondering if she needs to be more circles. I think so. So I need to be looking at, hold on. I'm going to be looking at Sadie specifically from Steven Universe for this. Alright, Rebecca. Here we go. Yeah. And then there's actually like a little headband up here, I think. Yeah. Okay, so I also need to remember that Brady has these kinds of eyes. So Kara will too. But with more of a wing. And she's got not a super dark eye. Oh, I should really be doing this with like the symmetry tool on. It's okay. Hello. Thank you. Why are you like this? There we go. Nice. Okay, it's happening. I'm wondering... No, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Drawing children is, like, completely different from what I normally do, so this is, like... And Kara looks so much more, like, mature than Brady does, just because Brady's kind of short. Why am I doing this to myself? Okay, Tycho, use your brain. Come on, buddy. You're okay. We can do it. Okay, this is fine. We're gonna turn symmetry off now. Let's see. And what did I like about this thumbnail? I liked that it has this flippy piece. I like the flippy. This piece here, it's kind of giving like Powerpuff Girls a little bit, which is actually funny because that's her favorite cartoon is Powerpuff Girls. Yes, the symmetry tool is incredibly useful for mostly doing stuff like this. For the concept art, it is insanely useful. I would not trade it for the world. There's the easier ways to, like, or old school ways to do it would be to just draw one side and then you just copy, paste it, and flip it like I did with the eye, but it ends up higher resolution if you don't do it that way. Which is great. It uses a lot of computational power, but... Oh yeah, she looks fantastic. Okay. Okay, what the fuck was she wearing? A t-shirt? Yeah. She will be significantly less bad to draw than Brady because Brady is in, like, a fucking coat and all that other shit. Okay, so now we're going to turn symmetry back on because I am lazy. It unfortunately only works from the front, but you know what? That's all that matters sometimes. Oh, and actually, you know what? You know who doesn't need symmetry? It's me. Yeah, front and back thingies. Oh, it works so good. Our symmetry options here are horizontal, vertical, dual axis, diagonal, wavy. It's good for making patterns, too. Like, if you're doing, like, Any kind of like fabric design or things like that, that's really good. You can create like mandalas and stuff like that. Pretty cool. Okay, I'm actually going to be using this thing. Because I'm super lazy. I only got so much brain power. Okay, and then turn this off, turn this back on. And then we're going to draw her arm. Like that. Great. And then turn symmetry back on. Oh, and then I'm going to do just like, yeah, super easy design here. Yep, she has a fun birth defect. She's also a gymnast. So she's technically not an amputee because she would never had it amputated, but she was born like that. Yep. Yeah, she has a disability. Yeah, and she's like a competitive gymnast. She's like really cool, actually. That's a major plot point in one of the Brady books, actually, is that she makes this fucking kid look like an absolute ass because he's like, I can do more pull-ups than you because you only have one arm, and she's like, bet you, stupid asshole, and then totally makes him look really dumb. She's like, nice try, dweeb, and then that's pretty much how that goes. Okay, and then these are like... Okay, so I'm gonna go turn this off really quick. How do we fall in love? Okay. Welcome back. Actually. Oh yeah, yeah, she's a gymnast. She's really cool. That's pretty much it. That's what she's got. She's a gymnast and she's really into the Powerpuff Girls. That's pretty much it. And she has an older sister who's literally like fucking allergic to everything. I don't remember what her older sister's name is, though. Oh, she's also super fucking good at embroidery. Like, really, really good. She makes Brady this, like, sick fucking pair of gloves. And then they end up with a cool... I don't want to say, like, a tattoo thing, because it's not really... It's like a mark on their hands, because they get bound together, because she's not allowed to talk about Brady's weird family, and it's like this pattern that she put on one of Brady's gloves. Her glove brand is called Lefties, because she doesn't have a left hand. And so she takes all the overused or the unused left gloves that she gets because she doesn't fucking need them, embroiders that specific left glove, and then gets a bunch of default right gloves and then pairs them together. So you have like one black glove and then one like really fun colorful glove with all the art on it. She's gonna have the coolest sneakers of all time. They're like ultra chunky, cool street sneakers. Oh, they're cool. Using the power of fashion! Wow, so fashion. She's so fashionable. Oh, she's so cute. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. She's so cute. Okay, I'm fine. God, and then her and Brady next to each other. Bro, stop. They're too cute. I physically can't handle it. I need to go lay down. Oh, fuck, that's cute. Alright. Oh, that's funny. Alright. So now this is where this gets really stupid. And by really stupid, I mean... this is about to be awful. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna use this freaky doll. I'm gonna turn symmetry off, because otherwise it'll do a bunch of freaky stuff. Give her a nice little nose. Okay, so that's fine. I'm just gonna use this to help me lay in my base stuff here. How did I do these eyes from this side? Right. Does that look okay? For the most part. I might move this. These eyes I always have trouble with because I draw my eyes so much larger than on the model because it's not meant to be realistic, it's meant to be stylized, so then now I have this issue of weird. I'm trying to avoid anime nose. Oh, I don't like that. Just kidding. Undo. How did I handle this? Okay. See, so this is where shit starts to get stupid. So we got our top of our eye, our bottom of our eye. Hello. Right, so this is the problem. There we go. Better. Alright, so now I have to go... No. So empty. Okay, so it's kind of above the eyebrow itself, so actually... Yeah, you have to, so effectively with turnarounds, the thing is that you have to be the most accurate humanly possible, because these are for modelers to use, and so the goal for this and what studios are looking for if you're working at a studio is precision. So if you can't be precise, turnarounds aren't for you. That's just kind of one of those things. So it's really important to make sure you have all your guidelines and your grid set up, because otherwise it's not going to be accurate. I feel so empty. Okay. Hydrate. Okay, let me drink my damn energy drink. Come to me, small child. Come to me, sweet prince. Oh, hi, Tatsu. Somebody wants his lunches. It's because you know it's time for me to eat too, huh, buddy? Hi, bud. Oh, why are you standing in front of everything? Sir, I can't do my work when you're standing in front of all the stuff. Here, you got so much crusty boogies. Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry, Bubs. I know. There you go. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sure that was itchy. I'm sorry. He's been having a really hard time because of all the wildfire smoke. And I feel ultra bad. Why? Mr. Man, you're standing right in front of everything. Why are you smelling my energy drink? Cats don't need energy drinks. You sleepy too, Mr. Man? He shouldn't be because he was sleeping on my pillow this whole time. Oh my goodness. I'm going to probably just... God, part of me is like, I should just call it here. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe. Mr. Man, you can't just sit on everybody's art like, I cannot even express to you right now, no joke, he's literally just sitting right in front of my mouse, staring at me. You know what? Hold on. I'm looking at shape design here. And I'm realizing I made mistakes. I have to be really conscious of my shape language. There we go, better. He's literally just like wheezing. He's like... so sharp angles are good for specific types of characters. But yes, they can be perceived as aggressive, and so they're really good for villains. But they don't necessarily have to be. Sharp angles are often indicative of characters who are kind of no-nonsense. So, for example, like Pearl from Steven Universe is made up of primarily triangles and circles. Circles because she's a caregiver, and triangles because she's kind of the no-nonsense one of the group. Versus Amethyst is circles because she's for fun. And then Garnet is square because she's logical. So you can pair certain shapes with certain character traits. So, depending on the kind of message that you want to send, you want to choose specific shapes for certain things, especially for kids' animation. And so in Kara's case, she's supposed to be very friendly.
Stretch. Oh, Mr. Man, you're all snotty.
Why are you snotty boy? It's because you have the allergies. I'm sorry. Yeah, sharp mouths can look very aggressive if you're not careful. It's true. You have to kind of be careful with those things. And it can be also particularly difficult drawing animals because certain animals are more, they lend themselves more to specific shape designs than others. And so that results in them looking more or less aggressive, which is why certain animals are used for certain things in animation, really. So one of the challenges of anthropomorphizing characters, for sure. Yeah, it definitely changes the vibe. Exactly. So the trick is figuring out what your shape design is. You know, it's like, okay, well, what do I want to say with this character? And in her case, she now has this really soft, fluffy bang. You know, so it's like, okay, this is who she is as a person. She's more friendly than anything else. So now that we have that, it's like, okay, I have to reinforce. It's like she's got the heart on her pants, but she's a box everywhere else. So it's like and that speaks a lot to her personality. It's like she's not really easily like one to be pushed over. She's definitely not a pushover in any way. She is really steadfast and loyal as well. And so that can be a lot of like squares are typically that. She can also be kind of stubborn too. So squares are good for that as well. Yep, shape design's really important. Yeah, that's effectively what I teach in my Intro to Animated Storytelling class is what is shape design, why do we need it, and what is the whole point, you know? Yeah, to be honest, you're not really going to get this kind of information in like a typical, quote, art class. Foundations classes, which will teach you the elements and principles of art and design, are useful, but they're not going to really like cover... Oh my god, Mr. Man. Oh my god, why are you punching a trash can, Mr. Man? That is out of control. They're not really going to teach you how to use visual storytelling in a way that applies to animation or character visualization or visual development as a whole. That might not be super helpful to you. Now, granted, will a foundations class help with making sure that your foundation skills are really good, so that way you are better able to just tackle design problems? Definitely. But also, like, I don't know, may not be the most necessary class of all time. Really depends on the art class. Because I don't think I've ever had this, like, that information, like shape design information, talked about in any other class other than my VizDev grad school stuff and at my video game and animation degree. Because even my illustration classes didn't talk about that, because they're super concerned about, like, replicating things accurately versus actually designing characters that serve a specific purpose. Because ultimately what VizDev is, and like I tell this to my students every single time on day one, is visual development is emotional manipulation. That's just what you do. So your goal is to try and tell the viewer as much information as you possibly can in the first like 0.5 seconds when they look at the character. And so yeah, you want to be able to do that with your backgrounds, with your pacing, with your storyboards, with your character designs, with your sound design, with your color schemes, with your prop design. All of these things need to come together to effectively make the viewer feel a certain way. And that can be a really difficult thing to wrap your head around, which is why there are entire degrees for it, truly. You can learn the skills, definitely, but having them in a class environment is definitely, like, a little bit easier. That being said, if you are going to go and look for specific classes that will teach you these things, I would highly recommend picking an art school that has a visual development program in it. And then if you want to take one class from that school, they might be able to like let you do those things. So like, for example, if you went to RemCAD, which is where like I teach, you would first have to teach like, or take like, I think like an intro, or you'd have to take digital painting first, I think. I need to make this shoe shorter or smaller. From this perspective, it's a little bit large. You'd have to take like a digital painting class, because I know that is a prereq. You might be able to test out of it, though, if you can prove that you understand the principles of what they're trying to teach you. And then, hello? There we go. And then you could take the Intro to Animated Storytelling class, which is the class, one of the classes that I teach, although I do teach digital painting as well. But that would be the place to learn about this stuff. Alternatively, you can also study films, and the best way to, like, the best film to study, or best stuff to look at that really excels in Western shape design are Pixar films. Certain films are better than others. Not all films are created equal, definitely. Anime doesn't really do it well. So I would avoid anime just because they don't do it. But studying even the animation masters, Don Bluth is a great one. And some Disney Renaissance is going to be good, but for the most part... Well, I don't know, actually. I can say Disney, 2D Disney is a good thing to study, too. Anything pre-Renaissance is good. Fucking post-Renaissance is not good. I would not look at that shit. Oh, yeah. If you can take a basic, like, again, a foundations art class, definitely that won't hurt. But yeah, most of the time this information, unfortunately, is very, like, I don't want to say art school specific. Yeah, well, it's formulaic is the word that I would use. They have an XYZ formula, and it's not to say that the previous ones weren't, because, like, you have what I call, like, Disney princess face, but it's a shame because you can look at, the Disney Princess lineup, actually, which is really sad, and you can see the exact moment when it starts to have an issue, where, if you look at the original Disney princesses here, you can see that they have a lot of the same face. Cinderella, Aurora, Belle, Ariel, they all have the same face. Snow White, and even to some extent Rapunzel. And actually Jasmine as well. The only thing that she's got different going for her... Sir, please stop sniffing my microphone. Oh my god, now he's punching my monitor. Mr. Man, you can't. But yeah, Jasmine has a different, more ethnic nose, and that's like really her only difference. Amigo. Oh my god, I know you're so mad. I'll be right there. I'm almost done, okay? But, where they stand out with these old Disney princesses is that Mulan... wow, what is the color balancing on Pocahontas here? God bless. Pocahontas... Tiana And even Merida, I don't like. It's surprising to me that Merida counts as a Disney princess. I forget that she's constantly in this lineup, but she is. She has a circle face. She looks like she got hit in the face with a frying pan. But even Tiana, to some extent, almost has the same face shape as Belle. It's just the nose and the lips are different. So they have to be kind of formulaic to make their princesses look like princesses. The major problem that I have is when you put Elsa and Rapunzel next to each other, they start looking real heckin' similar. Although I think Rapunzel has a more appealing face. I hate this fucking nose. I don't know what they were thinking. Rapunzel's beautiful. She's got like a really, really appealing face. But if you also put Elsa and Anna next to each other, then they start to look real freaky deaky. And you can see how all three of these heads are the same. They literally copy-pasted the same fucking head. Yeah, and even the eyes, I don't think that they alter that much, to be quite fucking honest. I actually don't think between these three models, they may have tilted Elsa's eyes up more, but it may be that the controls are what make this look more cat-eyed, where she has more control on the lower lid, and they tend to pull it up this direction, versus Anna's more round on the top. So that it may be more so with how the rig functions and less with the model. So point being, that's really their issue, but these princesses, like, undeniably still have pretty consistent shape designs, and because they're supposed to be friendly, they are all circles. Like, Cinderella's got circle hair, circle eyes, circle lips, circle sleeves, circle dress. And that can be repeated with Snow White, Rapunzel, Jasmine. Although she does have some triangles in her design. Mulan is effectively a triangle, actually, so she has some different designs. Aurora is triangle and circle. Pocahontas is square and triangle, actually, so that's what makes her design so unique. Tiana is all circles, Belle circles, Ariel circles, Merida circles. So for the most part, they're literally all circles. So that's why you got to be careful looking at Disney for references, not because they're bad, but because the Disney princesses in particular are meant to evoke a specific response when you look at them, and that is circular design. But other films are much better about it. Like if you look at like The Emperor's New Groove, for example, or Hercules, or The Lion King, even to some extent, that is going to use a significantly different style of shape design just based on what they were doing for those films. And so those Disney films are more valuable, I think, for study purposes. They're less difficult to, I guess, homogenize or turn into a formula in that way. Yeah, and it's tough, because, like, effectively, at least what we teach at RimCAD, and I think that this is a pretty good system to follow as well, is that characters should, at the very minimum, if their face shape, their head shape, I should say, as long as that is their primary shape for whatever their character is, you're pretty much good. So what we've got for Kara actually is a square right here and a triangle, but she even has a square chin. So that indicates that she's more of a square character with circle undertones, and because these ears are circles too, and triangle. So you can see that there's like multiple here. And the face is where you can get really the most expressive with the overall design language, and that works out. But the body needs to become like effectively as straightforward as you possibly can with your shape language, so that way it's not confusing. But especially when you're working with human characters, that can get a little bit difficult, because it's like you can only do so much Or even with animal characters, that's the case as well. It's like you can only do so much with like fucking with a cat's anatomy, for example. Like a cat's a cat's a cat, so you can't do too much there. But like I said, the Disney Renaissance stuff to look at. If you look at Scar and Mufasa from the original films, you can see how Scar is a triangle and Mufasa is a square. Or Simba here is also a square because he's like his dad. But here's Mufasa. And their shape design is totally different. Ear shape is similar, but their eye shape is different, eyebrow shape is different. Body shape is different, most importantly. So you have to really be conscious of those things when you're working with characters, which is why Kara's kind of like tall and skinny versus Brady is more of a stocky square. But he's got a circle head. This kid is an orb. Okay, that's side. All right. Or not? Sometimes you dodge the ads. Okay. Yeah, and anthropomorphizing characters, in my opinion, is one of the largest challenges of drawing animal characters. It's like you have to ask yourself the question, like, how much do I want to anthropomorphize it? And what is too much or what is not enough? And that's, that's predominantly the reason why I don't really draw animals, because it's like, that's just not my specialty. I'm not really very good at it. I don't think I'm going to be finishing this. today, but that's okay. Yeah, honestly, if you ever just have any questions about shape design or things like that, like... Okay, sorry, double checking and making sure that my school is not gonna dick me. Yeah, my final review was approved. Okay, cool. And then this shows that I'm all set. Not scheduled for any classes. Okay, so I just gotta keep my fingers crossed that everything is good. Hey, Bread Beats. I am working on some character concept art for my portfolio. So I have all of these... I'm like working on like a kids animation portfolio, so I have these characters that I'm working on slowly but surely creating model packets for them. These are characters that are from my they're from my kids book series that I wrote. Or I guess technically like middle grade. So the goal is to create something that has thumbnails, a turnaround, poses, and expressions for every single character. While slowly not losing my mind, you know. Can't share images in the chat. You can if you copy the link, like say you post it to Discord, and then you copy the link to the Discord image. But I can see where you posted it in the Discord anyway. Yep, good old shape design. Yeah, circles are a whole thing. It's true. And then you have like a square muzzle here and triangle hair, right? Yeah, like you know. The more shapes effectively you add to the head to be able to show that things are going, the better off you're going to be. Because then that helps you establish, like, shapes. Like, I had a student this semester that effectively, she just put her characters in what I can only describe as, like, morph suits. And I had to explain to her that it's like, you can't do this like this because there's not enough shapes to actually distinguish your character from itself. Like, there's nothing that provides this any kind of personality. Okay, so now this is where this gets stupid. Yeah, they were, I mean, effectively they were like Martian spacesuits, but they legitimately were nothing better than a skin-tight nylon suit. There was nothing about them that had any kind of distinguishing characteristics, accessories, like nothing on it. And so unfortunately, it's like there's no character design here. It's just all it's too flat. You need to have more shapes on your stuff. Yeah, because the main problem is that you don't with the suit. By morph suit, I mean, just to clarify and make sure everybody knows what I'm talking about, like the costume. So you can see how there's an issue here. This is literally just a nylon tube that you slide your body in. Effectively, it's a spider suit with no details on it. You're just, and now imagine that without the head, right? Literally, it was just the body. So you had a human underneath it, which was fine, but then it was even less interesting than this, because at least the Power Ranger suit has details on it to break up the shape and the silhouette. It was literally just a flat color from the neck down, and then the character's face. There was nothing else. And so, like, having to explain to the student that it's like, hey, you have to have some kind of detail there to make sure that your characters they have something about them that makes their silhouette interesting, because that's another huge portion of this, and why we do these thumbnails in the first place is because what it allows us to do, especially if you work in black and do these thumbnails, it allows us to see how the shape of the character is broken up and what shapes are the most predominant. Or the most prominent. Wow, that's what I'm looking for. So like with Brady, his hat with the beret and the hair becomes circles. And then the outfit becomes a square. And then you can have more circular sneakers, which is what I ended up going with for... Oh my god, Mr. Man, it's okay. He's got the rage. I'm almost done. I'm almost through the street. Okay, I guess I'm going to draw Kara's head and then not do anything else because he's so angry. I'm sorry! I'm sorry! God, he's so angry. But yeah, you gotta have stuff on your character. And like, in my experience, the more stuff that you put, the better off you're gonna be. It's like, just put stuff there. He wants food now. He's mostly upset because I'm not eating. He's like, what is wrong with you, you demon? Okay, I'm coming, Mr. Man, I'm coming. I'm gonna draw this neck, and then we're gonna call it. But the fact that we made it on no sleep, I actually think that the energy drink is hitting me now. Oh yeah, my cat, Gamby, my cat's back here, and he's punching the ever-flying snot out of my trash can. Because he wants his lunch. So he's violent. I get mad at, Lucifer's design in Hazbin Hotel, though. Yeah, I could really talk forever about why the Hazbin Hotel designs actually, and Vivzi's art style as a whole is really bad. Because she does suffer from what I would call, stick-thin body type syndrome. And then also, too, on her characters, there's just way too much shit going on. And it results in some really funky shit happening. Vaggie, in my opinion, has the strongest design out of the entire cast. I think she looks great. She looks really, really good. But everybody else is a nightmare. I've literally seen cosplayers make, Alistair designs that look better than the actual animation. So it's one of those things. Her Hell of a Boss designs, on the other hand, look great. So it's I really think that it's a has-been issue specifically. That's something that I could talk about as a Viz dev person for forever. But okay, so I feel good about this. We updated my website. We finished Brady. A hat, a crown, a snake, and an apple. Just calm the fuck down. I can't. Okay. Well, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and dip. I'll be back on Monday working more on Kara's turnaround. Guaranteed. I have to go and grade stuff, and I'm not doing my office hours, thank God. I'm going to just go and eat some pizza. So, I'm going to do that. I'll see you on Monday. I may play games tomorrow. It sounds like that would be fun. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Tomorrow I'm supposed to go to a baby shower or some shit, though. I keep telling Jace that there needs to be, like, a day that we don't do anything, and then he's like, surprise, we have all the things, and I'm like, oh, no. So I'm gonna go, I don't know if I'm gonna even try and take a nap. I think I'm just gonna drink more energy drink and go feed the cat. So thank you so much for everybody hanging out today. I really appreciate it, and I'll be back on Monday with some more art. So have a good weekend, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.